pretty warm today, 87 degrees in Curacao, and the wind has been kind of going all day, so it's 16 miles per hour, nothing too tough. For Puerto Rico, this is a team that already won a game, and they're looking to just continue that. They have to catch Trinidad and Tobago, who won today as well, and is undefeated for that final game to decide the group. Meanwhile, for Cayman Islands, they need a victory as well to just stay in the mix, and they got shut out. So for Cayman Island, in their first game against Trinidad and Tobago, lost that one 3-0. They just need to find a way to score, and for Puerto Rico, want to keep on attacking goals. They beat Guadeloupe 5-0 already in this tournament. All right, we'll pause here, and we'll have processions and national anthems, and then starting lineups as well, all coming up in just a few.
Damas y caballeros, señores y señores, welcome to Stadion Rignaal Francisca in Willemstad, Curacao for tonight's Concacaf Women's Under-20 Qualifiers match. Please welcome the teams of Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico. And ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise as we listen to the national anthem of Cayman Islands. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to remain standing as we now listen to the national anthem of Puerto Rico. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Stadion Rignaal.
All right, just moments away from kickoff, Puerto Rico, Cayman Islands. Got Group D action, Concacaf W U20 qualifiers. Remember, you have to win the group. There's 6 groups you have to win in order to move on. Cayman Islands, here is their starting lineup. This team was shut out in their first game against Trinidad and Tobago, who remains undefeated in the group. Kehoe is the captain, and Reed is in net. So they are just trying to inject some life into this team and see if they can get one against Puerto Rico, a team that has shown some dominance early in this tournament. Melissa Pastrana is our center referee, and she will be leading the way here on a windy day in Curacao, and it's a little bit hot as well, so there will be a couple of hydration breaks in this game as per CONCACAF rules. You see Cayman Islands in red, and then for Puerto Rico, they had a very, typical performance from Puerto Rico against Guadeloupe. 5-0 the final score. Team looked extremely poised. They had 5 different goal scorers in that game, which I thought was really impressive. We're able to just, find so many different weapons as we see that starting lineup for Puerto Rico. Gonzalez is the captain today. Ackerman will be back in net. And a slew of players who scored are in the starting lineup, Fabiola Martinez being one. And there's just so much talent on this roster. Even some players on the bench. Anissa Colin scored. So this is an uphill battle for Cayman Islands on paper, but you never know. Had a tight game earlier in this group between Guadeloupe and Trinidad and Tobago. It really looked like Trinidad and Tobago were going to run away with it. They were dominant in the first half, but Guadeloupe got one back, tied it up 1-1 at halftime, and it ended up being a 3-2 final with Trinidad and Tobago just barely sneaking by. I'm Maura Sheridan. Again, thank you so much for joining me here in Curacao. Some games going on in the Dominican Republic as well for CONCACAF U20 qualifiers. And as I said before, Mexico and the United States are already moved on to the next round. They've already qualified for that championship, which sees 8 teams, just like it does on the senior level, compete to win it all and compete for some spots in the World Cup. And so you have to win the group in these in order to play in May and June in that week they have scheduled for the championship. All games very important. You just don't have a lot of time to prove yourselves. Puerto Rico in black. And again, Cayman Islands in the red kits. It's going to be Puerto Rico and Kennedy Garcia who will start things off. Garcia scored in the last game. Again, one of 5 players to find the back of the net against Guadeloupe. Puerto Rico coached by Wendy Espagel. And on the flip side for Cayman Island, it's Claudio Garcia, the head coach. Just waiting for the top of the hour for us to begin. And we are underway. Puerto Rico traditionally dynamic in this tournament. They've had some success. But one thing is they have never qualified for a World Cup at the U20 level, and so that's something that they're looking to do. And again, traditionally throughout all levels of CONCACAF, they have some teams that, tend to have some really good runs. It's very hard in this tournament because of the traditions of the United States and Mexico and Canada. Puerto Rico's a team and sort of a country that you could see taking steps in the right direction over the years. And a lot of these players for both sides played at younger levels, whether it was U15, U17, in tournaments like this before. So there's a lot of familiarity and also a lot of hunger, I think, to start winning more and to win in groups and move on and really compete with the likes of Mexico and the United States. Not sure what the holdup is here. Now we'll get the throw-in. Chinia turns, sends it off to Gonzalez, but it's intercepted. Cayman Islands going the other way. Don't have numbers, as everyone races back for Puerto Rico. Kehoe, the captain, turns, fires, opposite side to Windsor. Off the foot of Romero, Puerto Rico is able to corral. Krakauer leading pass just too far ahead. Garcia didn't want to go offside. Both teams played on Saturday, so there was a day off yesterday, and they'll play again on Wednesday. Here comes Garcia, top of the box, met by the defense. Krakauer. Anderson takes the shot, bounces in the middle, dangerous spot, and it's corralled and cleared. Puerto Rico earns possession right back. Rios. Krakauer. Pass one defender, puts on a cross, and it's cut off by Reed, the keeper today. Safina Reed. A lot of these players are from the United States, born stateside, or live there now. Puerto Rico on the attack again. Chipped away. Settled for Cayman Islands. Krakauer was lurking though. Pressure is on. There's a shot. Almost. McMahon almost gave Puerto Rico an early lead, but swatted down by the keeper in Reed. See this again from McMahon. Reed handles nicely. McMahon again, ricochets off of a couple of players. Now Cayman Islands has a chance to counter. Strong defense by Burnt. Excuse me, that's Jessica Torres for Puerto Rico. Now we're gonna get a foul against Cayman Islands. Barrios wants to go, but a warning. Kehoe will get that just initial, watch out from the referee Pastrana today. Reed comes out, picks it up off the bounce before any sort of shot. You've seen Garcia and Chinia be targets for Puerto Rico in the opening 5 minutes. Gonzalez, captain today. Chinia, 1 goal against Guadeloupe on Saturday. Krakauer stays on side, trying to make a couple of moves, now splits the defense, finds an open cutter on the wing, and Anderson cross in the box, and the tap is just wide for McMahon. She was wide open. Oh man, so close. I'm not sure she even realized how open she was, but we've seen McMahon take 2 good shots. Rios curls that one up, and Reed knocks it down. Cayman Islands on the move in the box, and the shot is going to sail out. We'll see a corner kick though. First corner, first set piece for Cayman Islands. This is Hides. Again, Cayman Islands has not scored yet in Concacaf qualifiers. Off ahead, up the middle, and now the counter for Puerto Rico is on. Krakauer sprinting to it. Locked in a battle. Hides wins out. Nobody home. Looking for McMahon. Gonzalez. Ginia for Garcia in the box. Garcia offered chest, fires, it's in! Kennedy Garcia gives Puerto Rico an early lead. That's her second goal of CONCACAF U20 play. Look at this. A step beyond the 6. Using her body, sees it land, and 1 times at home.
The 9th minute, putting Puerto Rico in the lead. The first goal scored is number 10, Kennedy Garcia. The score is now.
Well, that's the start that you want.
Puerto Rico 1.
Cayman Islands has some work to do. Gonzalez. Left for Mahone. Gonzalez again. Ginia. Garcia's making a run. They go wide. Martinez. Fabiola Martinez scored already in this tournament in that first game. It's going to be a header with Cayman Islands. Russell taken away. Torres move to the near side. Well, with Anderson. Garcia pushes it to the wing, and we'll get an offside call. Well, there's a couple of games going on across Concacaf at this same time slot, and this one's the only one that's seen a goal. Suriname, Dominican Republic, no score yet. And Belize, Guatemala, same deal. Sienna Kelly. Box out play, and Kehoe gets called for a foul. Just launched her body into the defender. Garcia trying to turn and square, met by two defenders. Garcia surveys. Mahone. Anderson. Now Krakauer, fancy footwork. Broken up, and is a corner now for Puerto Rico. Mastrana's gonna come talk to Garcia. Looks like she was trying to create her space. From McMahon. No clear header though. Back in the 18. Gonzalez trying to make something happen. Kehoe the other way for Cayman Islands. Just haven't been able to pick up a ton of momentum. There's a Windsor for Cayman Islands. Romero will throw it in. Handball. 15 minutes in, Puerto Rico just has the one goal, thanks to Kennedy Garcia. Served up from Hides. Kehoe fires, and it's wide, too high as well, trying to go top shelf. Kehoe's a target. Gonzalez, now Turn around for McMahon. Plays through some contact. Off to Garcia, a little give and go action. Krakauer in the 18. Denied by Hides. Stretching out to keep it in play. And Hides can turn and go the opposite way to Kehoe. Fancy footwork. Past Gonzalez. Everyone racing back now. Doesn't necessarily have numbers. You could see the reaction there from Kehoe, realizing that no one was quite with her. Here she comes. This time takes a shot that's off the mark. Ackerman with a goal kick. Looks like we have a player down for Puerto Rico. Appears to be Eva Anderson. Training staff will step on to try to help her out. Well, Anderson's gonna have to be helped off the pitch. Hate to see that early in the game. McMahon. Kehoe headed down by the 6 Gonzalez. Romero for Cayman Islands. Now Windsor. Kehoe has some space, too heavy of a touch. Krakauer. Switching fields for Puerto Rico. Torres. McMahon calling for it right into the defense. Nice play by Finn Bowden. Kehoe tries to scoot past Gonzalez. They've been fun to watch. Two captains going head to head. Torres is there first. Well, just a scoring update around Concacaf U20s. Guatemala just scored on Belize. Gonzalez searching for options. Anderson is back on, good to see. Makes a move. Nice pass up top. Chinia turns. Garcia, make yourself big. Cleared out of necessity there for Windsor. Burt. McMahon off her knee and Hides Sends it out of play. Actually, it looks like it's going to stay in. Finally out. Puerto Rico has to win this game. There's a lot on the line for them. If they lose, it becomes a real issue. And there's a lot of pressure going into the Wednesday game against Trinidad and Tobago. Then they'd also put themselves, you know, with Cayman Islands as a team that's also won a game if Cayman Islands wins. And so a victory is important to keep up. There's a chance for Garcia, knocked down in the 6. Off the follow through, no shot. Krakauer tries to barrel through, and Romero takes a charge, essentially. Krakauer, excuse me, doesn't get to Chinia, the intended target. Krakauer, a nice touch. 3 defenders all around her, though. Krakauer, again, just trying to juggle it to herself. Slips past the defense. Takes a shot. Curls it in! My goodness! Madison Krakauer. Gorgeous. Oh, before that, she made a beautiful move to slip the defense. You could see everybody ball hawking around for Cayman Islands, so worried about this. She breaks through and from distance launches a shot, and lots of texture to it, curls it home. It's a great second goal for Puerto Rico.
Cayman Islands 0, Puerto Rico 2.
Well, Puerto Rico now in the driver's seat. Chance to get goal number 3. Kept going, it's ping-ponging around, and looks like it hit Chinia's hand. Garcia gave it all she got. Garcia with the first goal. Krakauer with the second. Puerto Rico now 7 goals in this tournament so far. Not even a game and a half. Impressive start. And even more impressive, they haven't allowed a goal. Cayman Islands taken really just the one shot from Kehoe that was threatening. Anderson. Krakauer again. Foul. Looks like we have an injury. Cayman Islands. That was a frustration foul, I think, for Krakauer, who had just given it back. Training staff's out. Might have to see a sub. Stretcher's out now. Both teams heading back in the huddle to talk things over. See this again. The Krakauer goal. Just the trajectory of that. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, had to be absolutely perfect to soar over the head of Reed, the keeper, and it does. But before that, again, cut to before that, you could see the move that she made. That was even more impressive to, you know, make that room for herself. Concacaf scoring update. Dominican Republic, Suriname, no score yet. They're half an hour in. Everyone's about a half an hour in. Belize, Guatemala, still 1-0. Guatemala in control. Krakauer, shifty. Up the wide channel. In the box now. Cross put on. Bounces off Garcia. Puerto Rico's head coach. Gonzalez. Garcia. Keeps on going, went down to the green, didn't stop her at all. Here comes Puerto Rico again. No corner yet, and now that one knocked off a defender. Nice job by Torres to not give up on the play. Looks like we'll make a change here for Cayman Islands. Amoya Burton will come on.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 32nd minute of the match, first substitution at the side of Cayman Islands. Coming onto the pitch,
Means Russell comes out. We saw Russell get carted off, and that's why. Can this be the third goal? We'll see. Seppi sub header right to Reed. Good chance though from Gonzalez. I think that second Krakauer goal was a little deflating for Cayman Islands. Understandably so. Not much you can do about that. I mean, just made a good move and launched a shot that had the perfect, you know, movement to go in. I don't know how to really defend that. Got a hat tip there. Kehoe. Almost barely over the head of Garcia, was charging in from Reed. Back with Cayman Islands. Anna Williams.
All right, we're going quick feet, 50%. You ready? Quick feet, go. Quick feet, go. Quick feet, go. Feet, go.
For Krakauer. Starts, stops. Takes a shot, and it skips to the keeper and Reed. Scoops it up. Garcia tries a heel pass. I think she wanted a call as well. Anderson. For that, a foul against Krakauer. Garcia stretching for it. Wow, she ping-ponged around. Earned back by Chinia. Puerto Rico attacking now. Served up in the box. Reed bats it down. Garcia all the way to the ground in the 6. Appears to be all right. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico 2-0. Garcia, Krakauer are your goal scorers. And from the jump, Puerto Rico's just been more poised. They've taken better care of the ball. They've been on the front foot. Not as much the case for Cayman Islands, who's struggling, and they've been struggling offensively so far. Obviously lost lopsided game and didn't score a goal against Trinidad and Tobago. Cayman Islands make something happen here. Kehoe wanted to possess. McMahon. Chinia Wide. Torres takes down a defender as Williams went spinning. It's going to be called back for a free kick. Puerto Rico will get a chance. And this is the thing. I mean, these movements, they're catching Cayman Islands in a desperate spot, and it's leading to these fouls. Because those initial moves, those touches, those simple kind of shake and bake moments have made it extremely difficult for Cayman Islands to keep up. Just waiting on this free kick, seeing if someone can get in behind and get goal number 3 for Puerto Rico. This one low. Torres had a chance, lands for McMahon, and it's blocked. Here's another one. Bumped off a couple bodies. Up to Reed, who holds. Kehoe called for the foul. A little discussion. Pastrana, our center referee. McMahon turns, squares, starts to go. Chinia swerving. Krakauer onside, edged out by Romero. Garcia, Cayman Islands head coach. Nice job by Romero, 2 good plays in a row. Tries to connect up top, doesn't work. Back with Cayman Islands though. Garcia falling down again, just was off balance trying to make those moves. From Torres, Krakauer's wide open, fires, and is off the mark. Not sure if she was onside. Good vision, though, from Torres to see that. See this again. I would have to see where she started to see if she was onside, but it's a good opportunity, and tough for Cayman Islands. Don't want to lose that player, that's for sure. Kehoe takes out Anderson while moving quickly. Anderson understandably frustrated. But she's the one that will get the foul. Kehoe fighting with Chinia, and that's a hard push from Chinia. Kehoe, full somersault on the ground. Gotta be careful, that's almost a yellow. See this. I think it looked worse in real time. It was just the part of the body that she pushed lends itself to kind of crumpling the way Kehoe did. Cayman Islands see if they can take advantage of this set piece from Hides. Nothing much so far. Kehoe again. Everyone collapses. It's back with Puerto Rico. Torres. Full steam ahead. Williams stops the build up there. Another corner for Puerto Rico. Near post, bounces, Anderson. Still at her head. Looks like they'll say it went into her hand. Kehoe, lots of green. Makes a pass. Defense reads well. And Anderson knocks it out of trouble. Another corner for Cayman Islands. These haven't looked particularly clean.
And ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official at the sideline just indicated that a minimum of 2 minutes will be added to this first half.
Read nicely by Ackerman. Hauling it in with 2 minutes of stoppage time added to the clock. Burton came in as a sub due to injury. Krakauer. Anderson. Garcia turns, just one defender in front of her. Ends up with Martinez, muscled away by Williams. Torres finds a gap. Garcia shoots. Puerto Rico scores again. 3 goals in the first half. This one coming in stoppage time. Garcia has a brace in the opening 45 minutes of this game. It's got to feel good for Puerto Rico to have such a strong half. They really relied on their stars. They have so much depth, though. Garcia now has 3 goals in this tournament. Just a game and a half. Kehoe wants one back. She gets one. Cayman Islands responds. You can see pure joy from Cayman Islands. Reed comes up to celebrate, and I just don't think Puerto Rico is ready for that. This is a monster shot. Right foot, top shelf, why not? Molly Kehoe. Well, cuts the lead to 2. And Cayman Islands has something to cheer about now and gain some confidence with that one. 2 stoppage time goals.
The score is now Cayman Islands 1, Puerto Rico 3. And ladies and gentlemen, at the same time,
that's going to bring us to the end of the first half.
of this match.
It's 3-1. Lots of scoring in this one as Puerto Rico, again, up 2, but after that Kehoe goal, you just wonder what Cayman Islands is going to come out looking like in the second half. We'll take a break. We'll have highlights soon here in Concacaf WU20 qualifiers.
We're getting ready for the second half in just a few moments. Until then, let's enjoy a little bit of music. Once again, your applause for both teams for a tremendous first half. Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico.
Welcome back, and we get ready to start the second half as it is fully dark here in Curacao, Puerto Rico, Cayman Islands. Again, half number 2. Right now, 3-1 is the score, so a high-scoring affair in the opening 45 minutes. We'll see if it continues to trend in that direction, but we are starting. Then Concacaf U20 qualifiers. We've got some subs. Martinez is out. Roberts is in for Puerto Rico. And Anderson and Aaron Smith have switched. So those are the 2 changes for the team up right now. Again, we're looking to remain undefeated, and they had 5 different goal scorers in that first game. And they've added another one in Krakauer today. Chinia pushes it back. Launched up the sideline and out of play. Puerto Rico and Krakauer will toss it in. A little too quickly. From Garcia, sails over, and actually looked like it might have the weight to get in there. See Roberts coming towards that back post, one of those new changes. Plays our club for Michigan Hawks. Roberts bolting forward. Tries to beat a defender. Successfully a goal kick. Good job by Williams to get back. But yeah, Roberts is considered a phenom in Michigan from Kalamazoo. Plays basketball, track. She's a superstar in the 200-meter dash, 400 relay in track, which makes a lot of sense. Definitely has a lot of options when it comes to college if necessary, but soccer's her main sport, and has been a part of the Puerto Rican national team on multiple levels now. Krakauer jumps it off. Service in over the head of Roberts. Roberts. Torres. Gonzalez. For Garcia. Cross slides through. Here's a chance, and it's right to Reed. McMahon can't believe it. That should have been goal number 4. She was wide open. Untouched to McMahon. Roberts stretching out for it. Keogh. Pushing and shoving with her and Torres. Exchanging some words as well. So Strata, center referee, wants to talk to both. Roberts. Krakauer. Going to Maryland to play soccer. Kenny Garcia. Roberts. Right into the defense from Chinia. From Gonzalez, McMahon comes charging in. I believe that's going to earn a corner. Krakauer. Short pass. Here she is. Up for Garcia, it's in! Puerto Rico has 4 goals. I think they called that back. Let's see. Saying Garcia was offside. No goal. Would have been a hat trick. Keogh turns on the Jets. Key takeaway, the Meg, and a foul! Just outside the box. Kiara Berry for Cayman Islands just created that, and now we have a red card against Puerto Rico. Maya Burnt is done. I'm sorry, that's Tegan Williams for Cayman Islands. A red card for Burnt, I believe. That's the first, I believe that's the first red card in this U20 tournament.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 54th minute.
So in the 54th minute, there's a red, and that completely changes things. And now, not only was that a red card, it's a great chance for to cut this lead in half for Cayman Islands. Rico's still frustrated.
Oh, just dug? I'm starting a little further, so I'm going for the pass ball.
Ackerman, keeper today. It's Keogh, who's already scored. From Keogh, way pass. Just couldn't get the spin she wanted. See this again, just not where she wanted it to go.
Yeah, so let's go swing and then swing and swing. Okay, guys, come on. Ready? Go. Come here for a second. We're going to go with a 4-4-1. All right? 4-4-1. So Hayden, you're going to be holding. You'll be the 10. Susu and Maddie will be in the midfield with you. You don't have to be more defensive, but our starting positions, they have to go from being high to being tough. To being tough. Kennedy will be doesn't mean we're playing defensive. It just means that their start position.
Torres.
Win it. You're just not going to have a player like Kennedy. Find Kennedy.
Again, just to recap for Puerto Rico, had a goal called back.
That doesn't mean multiple.
Would have been Kennedy Garcia's third of the day. Said she was offside. And then, not too long after that, Maya Burke gets a red card. And they are playing a woman down for the rest of the game. Gonzalez looking for Garcia, committed to play soccer at Alabama next year. Great feed for Roberts. Sliding his read. He's gonna hold it. Gonzalez. Now you could just feel that Cayman Islands' confidence build over the course of the game. Still plenty of time for Cayman Islands to get back into this one, but they'll have to execute those looks and the quality chances when they get them, because I don't think they're going to get too many. This defense has been very strong for Puerto Rico. Read again. Get some love. Keogh, stopped by Gonzalez. Roberts on the wing, waiting for the rest of the team to join. Takes it herself towards the middle, poked away. Keogh on the counter. All those black hits around her, like Mahone. Chidia. Krakauer runs into a couple of bodies there. Finn Bowden just standing straight up, coming a wall. Two subs about to come in for Puerto Rico. Looks like we'll have a swap of captains. Quiones, now the captain. Peyton Quiones comes in for Gonzalez. Anessa Colin will also come in. Takes out Chinia.
Coming onto the pitch, player with number 16, Peyton Quinones, replacing number 8, Estefania Gonzalez. And also coming on is player with number 17, Enacia Coron, replacing number 20, Jocelyn Chinea.
Krakauer shuffles. Torres. Garcia gets hit down to the green. Scoring updates, round Concacaf, Guatemala up 2-0. Suriname, Dominican Republic, still scoreless. Reed bobbles it. Here's a chance to finish. Puerto Rico has 4. Quiones off the bench tallies. Well, the newly minted captain takes advantage of this rebound. Set piece right to her. So impressive for Puerto Rico because they are playing a woman down.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 63rd minute, the goal for Puerto Rico. Your goal scorer is number 16, Peyton Quinones.
Looks like Reed's down.
Cayman Islands 1, Puerto Rico 4.
So the goalkeeper is down. Took an immediate knock. And still, tried to crawl back up, but there's no way she would have been able to get there, I don't think. Naomi Watson is on the bench, and so is Nalia LeBron. 2 goalkeepers carried on the roster if necessary. Couple of changes for Cayman Islands. Their keeper is injured. Kira Berry waiting to come in. On Montaigne as well. Melania.
I'm just gonna keep you moving. Just jog it down. Super light. I gotta keep you moving because you're getting. Just jog it. Just jog it. Just nice.
Takes out Rio Windsor.
What's that? I got her. Rest.
Tegan Williams. Changes for Cayman Islands.
Are you okay? Ready to go? Nerves. Good nerves. Nerves. Good.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 66th minute, double substitution at the side of Cayman Islands, coming on to the pitch, number 19, Milana Lamontagne, replacing number 7, Rio Windsor. And also coming on is player with
Looks
number
like
5,
Reed's up.
Kiara Berry,
Again, the
replacing
keeper
number 18,
for
Tegan Williams.
Cayman Islands. All right, again, the goal scorers, Garcia, Abraze, Krakauer has a goal as well. All of that scoring for Puerto Rico in the first half. They get a red card. Burnt is sent off, and so you wonder if they're just going to embrace sort of a defensive mindset with a 2-goal lead. Well, they just keep on going. Kiona scores, and now Keo's going to get a yellow. Just a little over-eager, I think. Torres. Krakauer. Corner's coming right into Hyde's body.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the 67th minute, yellow card shown to the team of Puerto Rico, player with number 16. Correction.
Might have a sub. Lisette Gregoris now comes on for Puerto Rico.
Number 10 of Cayman Islands.
And Kennedy Garcia is officially done after 2 goals scored in this one, both in the first half, and she had one called back as well, almost had a Hattie. But we will do a corner for Puerto Rico, who's not taking their foot off the gas at all since that red card. Krakauer left foot, sails out. Well, you wondered after that goal to end the first half from Keo if maybe Cayman Islands could use some of that momentum and come back from the break strong, but it just hasn't necessarily been the case. And even though they benefited from that red card, immediately after didn't do much on the set piece, and so it's got to be deflating for Cayman Islands right now. They'll play one more game coming up, of course. So will Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, and Cayman Islands will be in action as well, playing Guadeloupe. Puerto Rico still looking to add a fifth, a player down. Roberts with the heel pass, intercepted by Cayman Islands, pass into no man's land. 20 minutes to go. Again, Concacaf U20 qualifiers. Don't think there's been any scoring updates. Oh, spoke too soon, almost. Goal number 5. Roberts got a touch on that one. Dominican Republic just took a lead against Suriname, so they're up 1-0. Still 2-0 Guatemala over Belize, as you see that play from Roberts. Reed was able to just shade that nicely. Cullen curls this one, stopped by Reed. Foul before that. Agoris gets called. Strong tackle, pushes it out by Ashley McMahon. Has gone the distance, and a couple of times she almost scored today. Krakauer, Torres, knocks down Williams. Krakauer gets called for a foul there against Kehoe. That just knocked Strange off of Kehoe. I'm not sure if she got hit in the face. I think so. Again, Garcia. Cayman Islands playing a woman up, and yet we've seen no scoring from them since that moment in the 54th minute. Here's a chance for goal number 5 for Puerto Rico. They got it. It's Roberts, the sub. Just taps it home. Two goals to add to the lead here in the second half. Roberts, in the process, she created a bit of a pile up. Cayman Islands players. Reed, who already took a knock earlier on the previous goal, just took another one. training staff's out, and that was actually, yeah, pretty dangerous situation. Reed and the concern for her teammate, you can see it. See this again.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, just fell and stretched out her arm right there, and that's that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can just tell it's an arm injury. You know, you land like that, that's extremely painful, but she's up and tough for Hides.
Puerto Rico 5. And ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that the official attendance for tonight's match between Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico is 180. On behalf of Concacaf and also on behalf of Stadion Rignaal Francisca, we thank you of course for your attendance. Please enjoy the remainder of the match and thank you for your support.
Again, just waiting to restart as Hides had to be helped off the field. Is she gonna come back in? Krakauer. Puerto Rico ball. From Torres, Gregoris in the corner. Laces it through. Roberts, can she get a brace? No, denied. Quiones scored today. In this tournament, now combined with the Guadalupe game, this Puerto Rican team has had 3 goals off the bench. Quiones, Colin, and Roberts. And that, I think, is a huge difference maker when there isn't a drop-off, really, who sub in. Definitely an exciting team to watch. Interested to see how that game against Trinidad and Tobago goes. The other undefeated team. Changes for Cayman Islands. Elenio comes in. And we're gonna get a new goalkeeper. Now Leah LeBron. So those are late changes with 10 minutes left.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 81st minute, Double substitution at the side of Cayman Islands coming on to the
A lot of
pitch.
pauses in this game, a couple
Player
of
with
injuries,
number
couple of,
21
I mean, obviously a lot of goals, 6 in
Rignaal,
general.
replacing number 12, Safina Reed. And also coming on this player with number 15, Samira Melaneo, replacing number 3, Malia Hides.
Gio, top of the 18, fires over the crossbar. Gregoris. Side of the net. Gio and a Krakauer. Does mean that since Puerto Rico is going to hold on and win this game, it does mean that that Trinidad and Tobago game will decide the winner of the group. Because the other teams, Cayman Islands and Guadeloupe, they don't have a chance to catch them and get 2 wins. It's kind of nice when things like that work out, though, and that's going to be such an important game, and obviously everyone fighting for their lives to move on. Late May to June, early June in Dominican Republic as that one bounces and is handled by LeBron. That's when that Concacaf Championship will take place in Mexico and the United States, and then the winners from each group will battle for U20 Concacaf Championship. Another corner, Krakauer makes a move, scored in the first half in a beautiful fashion. We'll do it again. Stonewalled. Colin just couldn't get it going. Krakauer getting shoved. Krakauer's very angry. From Smith. Roberts. Gionis. Roberts. Just plays through that contact. Krakauer hops to LeBron, who just dives to cover.
Second ball, second ball, second ball. All right. Good there, good there.
Krakauer gets knocked again. Kehoe. It's kind of like these, you know, end of games, things are out of hand. Both teams have been pretty physical today. This is when things like this start to happen. There was already a red card. Threaded to Burton. Has some space. Offside. Just a couple of minutes left, although I do think we're going to get a fair amount of stoppage time here. Puerto Rican fans want a handball. Krakauer played this entire game. Give and go, takes it herself. LeBron grabs. Gregoris gets tripped. And Bowden called for that one. Set piece. Roberts stopped. Cayman Islands just trying for one last push. Know that this is going to be a loss, and we're going to get 5 minutes of stoppage time. Cayman Islands, you know, came into this game without scoring a goal, and they did do that, but allowed 3 in the first half. Puerto Rico just kept on adding them 2 more. There's another chance. 6 for Puerto Rico. Offside. Just kidding. again, Wednesday is the final game, and for Cayman Islands, they have a great chance to take on Guadeloupe, a team that also doesn't have a win, and try to walk away from the qualifiers with a victory. I think that's going to be pretty competitive just based on what I saw from both teams. Gregoris. Trickles cleared. 3 minutes to go. And Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, definitely appointment viewing. I mean, Puerto Rico's a team that, you know, is constantly in the mix at really all levels, but Trinidad and Tobago lost 4 games, straight games, dating back to 2020 in this qualifier. They haven't been good, and they're looking good this year. There's another goal from Gregoris this time. She flicks it home, 6-1. Massive performance for Puerto Rico. Scored half of their goals, a woman down.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 90th minute +3, another goal for the team of Puerto Rico. The goal scorer is number 13, Lisette Grigoris. The score is now Cayman Islands 1,
Concacaf.
Puerto Rico 6.
I think Puerto Rico's just gonna try to kill off the clock here. Big kick for Keogh. Burton. Disappointing game for Cayman Islands. Got a little banged up, so hopefully everybody's good. As another player down, and Puerto Rico just keeps going off the mark. Gregoris, who just scored. The final whistle. Puerto Rico takes down Cayman Islands 6-1. 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second. They get a red card, and it doesn't hinder them at all. And now Puerto Rico and Trinidad and Tobago in the final game in Group D will meet. And that will determine who moves on to the championship and is one of the 8 teams competing to win it all. Good effort from Cayman Islands, but Puerto Rico just too much to handle. They've proven to be, with Trinidad and Tobago, one of the strongest in the groups. They remain undefeated. Cayman Islands now 0-2 in group play. Well, that's going to do it from us here in Curacao. We'll have highlights coming up in just a few. Stick with us. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Rignaal, Francisca, and Curacao. Join us again tomorrow for another series of matches at 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. For now, a big round of applause once again for Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico. Final score, Cayman Islands 1, Puerto Rico 6. On behalf of Concacaf and the Curaçao Football Federation and Stadion Rignaal Jean Francisca, we wish you a pleasant evening. Feliz anoche.
Concacaf Under-20 Championship. It's a qualifying round here, and it started with Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico out on the front foot, saw limited opportunities for Cayman Islands, and in the first half, Garcia scores, makes it 1-0. Puerto Rico would add a slew of other goals. Things got chippy in this game. Krakauer serves one up, and it's headed out of trouble, but Krakauer played really well today, and here is her goal. This was a second score, a beautiful strike, just curves in to the back of the net. And it just seemed like Puerto Rico dominated, swatted out. They were continually putting pressure on Reed and this defense for Cayman Islands, who just had to put their bodies on the line often. As we see another chance, McMahon blocked down, and then there's a big strike that ricochets. Someone took the brunt of that one. Another set piece opportunity. Krakauer almost got goal number 2. Body was shifted. And again, we just see a little pushing and shoving. And that's just was the nature of this one today. Garcia, goal number 2. That was in the first half. Tight angle. Not sure how she was able to slide that through. And then right after that in stoppage time, Keogh scores for Cayman Islands. And you wonder, okay, could things really change in this game? But they do not. Puerto Rico comes out swinging in the second half. They're putting on the pressure. McMahon there. There's more opportunities. And that one finally bounces through. Makes it 4-0, or excuse me, 4-1. Then we see Burnt commit the foul. She'll end up getting a red card. And so from then on, this Puerto Rican side is playing a woman down. It doesn't derail them whatsoever. Really impressive performance. Quiones coming in off the bench to finish there. And then they just keep on tacking on goals. Some physicality, yellow card. It's a little bit of warning, and I think Cayman Islands just frustrated at this point. Things have not gone their way. Roberts almost scores there. And here she comes. This one she will finish. Just taps it home. And again, 3 of the goals were scored after a woman down, after that red card. So to just keep fighting, it was great to see. Gregoris gets that final goal. Again, the final score is 6-1 Puerto Rico, taking down Cayman Islands. We'll see the standings from Group D along with Guadeloupe and Trinidad and Tobago. So those 2 teams already played. Trinidad and Tobago won. So it comes down to Puerto Rico and Trinidad and Tobago to decide Group D. Guadeloupe and Cayman Islands will play one more game this week. So those are your standings in Group D. Again, coming down to that final match. It's a very exciting way to finish out the qualifiers. For myself, Maura Sheridan, will say so long from Curacao. Have a great night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this CONCACAF W U20 qualifier game between Cayman Islands and Puerto Rico.